folks, your OS Reviews. You're watching our video review of the Alert Plus AP428. This is an interconnectable wireless battery-operated smoke detector alarm, and you have two of them in the packaging. It retails for $30, which is relatively inexpensive, and you can find it directly on Amazon.com with free shipping. Now, these communicate wirelessly with one another, so if something is detected, they're both going to ring, which is good. So if you have one set up in one particular room and another in your living room, for example, and the one in the living room starts to sound, you also hear it if you're in your bedroom, which is good. In terms of the design here, you have a pretty generic build. The packaging is relatively simple, and you can see that it has a low power cell warning, so the battery life should last for quite a while before it runs out. Taking a look at what's inside the box here, we have access to the mounting brackets to install onto your ceiling, and it replaces your pre-existing smoke alarms. And we also have access to the second smoke alarm detector on the other side. So briefly taking a look at the design of one of these units, it's crafted out of a glossy plastic material that feels okay in terms of construction quality. It's a little bit fragile in some parts, but you can see the back features that mounting bracket, and you can kind of see the battery on the inside as well, which you can replace just by untwisting the bottom portion here. It uses a traditional 9-volt battery, which has been included out of the box, which is awesome. And the battery life on here is going to depend on, I guess, your conditions and your environment. It should last roughly 5 to 8 years before you have to replace it, which is good, and then simply screw it back on again. And there's a simple LED on the top which will flash if an alarm has been sounded, and there's also the speaker on the side here and also a click key to test if the actual unit is working or not. So taking a quick look at some other functionalities on here, in terms of the speaker on board, we have roughly, I would say, 85 decibels in terms of the loudness, and the range between the two sensors is set at 50 meters. So if you go beyond 50 meters, they can no longer communicate with one another. They'll just work separately as smoke detectors, and 85 decibels is quite loud as well, so you definitely be able to hear it if something actually happens. So giving a quick test, I'm going to tap on the power switch here. So there you go, that's a quick sample of the siren. It's quite loud. You'll definitely be able to hear it because it's going to be mounted on the ceiling, so the sound will spread 360 degrees. And keep in mind, if you have both of the units inserted onto the wall, you're going to hear sound from both of them. So that's 85 decibels on each, which is actually incredibly loud because it's ×2. At the end of the day, the RadioLink RC421WL twin radio frequency smoke alarms works extremely well. It's nicely constructed, and it's one of the first smoke alarms that I've seen that has a dual design that is wirelessly connected to one another, and battery life is also quite long. To learn more information about this unit, be sure to read our full room review. This has been our video. Thank you for watching.